Hello everyone, I am Ms. Sharmishta Bhunia, Assistant Professor of English, HIT, and today my video lecture is on resume and job application. When we talk about resume, the other name of resume comes as curriculum vitae (CV), which is actually a page which contains the entire academic qualifications, skills, knowledge that you have acquired as a student. Now, how to prepare the resume? So, as I have said, it is a formal document which provides an overview of your professional qualifications, your work experience, your accomplishments. Now, why do you need a resume? It is important to convince that you are the one. That means whenever you are applying for any job to any company, you must need a resume to present your skills and convince that you are the perfect eligible candidate for that post. Number two is to sell your skills. Now, selling your skills, that means to projecting yourself to the outside world who has not known your particular expertise in that area or in that field which they need as you as an employee. Number three, to grab an interview, of course, you need a resume to apply for a job, and to make a mark in the interview, you need to make your resume attractive. Number four, to show your achievements. The number of things, the number of projects that you have worked on, the number of internships that you have done, all those must be present in your achievement and must be present in your resume. Number five, to make a quick but lasting first impression. That means whenever you are making a resume, you must always remember that a resume does not have to be a long page or number of pages. A resume must contain maximum 2 pages, and the first page summarizes your overall academic qualifications, your skills, your achievements, experiences, and the languages proficiency that you have, and which can make the first impression very quickly. Now, you have a question. What does a resume contain? Let's see. The resume, first and foremost, should be prepared in an A4 size paper, and it must contain your name, phone number, address, and email ID at the top left corner of the page. And on the top right corner must be your photograph, which should be in formal attire and which must be passport size. Now, number two. Number two will be your career objective. Number three should be your academic qualifications. Next would be your work experience. And if you are a fresher who is just a graduate completing your fourth year, you must have done internships. So, in case of work experience, write your internships. Next should be your professional skills and technical knowledge. That means this portion must contain your subject knowledge or domain knowledge. That means the hard skills that you have acquired all along the 4 years of your BTech degree. Next would be your activities, which can be co-curricular, and interests. Next, your achievements. Achievements can be anything from achieving a good project or magazine, or maybe writing a book chapter, or acquiring knowledge from development programs, student development programs, or induction programs. Next would be references. Now, references must contain contact numbers of two persons whom should can be contacted by your recruiter. That means two-person of from your academic field, maybe your professor or your class teacher, whom the recruiter can call and gather information about you. And then would be personal details. That means your parents' name, your blood group, and such things. And the last one would be self declaration. Now, what is self declaration? Now, all the information that has been provided in the entire resume should be declared by you as being a truth. So, you must say that I hereby declare that all the information given here are true to the best of my knowledge. That means you are responsible if any of the information that you have provided in your CV is false, you would be nullified from that position in your company, or you would be rejected and you would be the sole responsible person. Okay, now come to career objective. What exactly to mention in your career objective and how long it should be? Now, a career objective should not be a long paragraph. It should maximum contain 2 to 3 lines, not more than that. And within that 2 lines, you have to highlight your potential. That means what do you expect from the job? What are your expectations as being a fresher, and what are the skills that aligns with the position that being offered to you? Okay, you can say that a fresh graduate with expectancy of achieving a position in the IT company or as a software developer in such and such things with lots of potential and knowledge and penchant for learning. These things in very short must be written in the career objective and not more than that. Okay. Now here I have given you it's an example of a resume which shows that it is a resume of a fresher who is an IT professional graduate, and on the left side it's about the person, that is date of birth, and you do not need to mention your age, just date of birth is enough. And always please mention your email ID and phone number, which is the must. Even if you forget to mention your address, please do write your email ID and phone number, because through your email ID and phone number you will be further contacted by the recruiter. Okay, now now comes your academic background. Now, academic achievements, how would you write that? Either you write in a table or you write the way it is shown here. Now, how to write in a table? Now, writing in a table is very convenient, because whenever you're writing in a table, you are at a time mentioning the year you have passed, the percentage that you have secured, and the university from where you have studied. Okay, so while writing in a table, please start in descending order. That means you are starting with the latest degree that you have acquired. Let's say that you will be acquiring BTech degree. Okay, therefore BTech should be mentioned in the first, then the name of the university, that is any university that you are from where you are studying, then the year, passing year 2025, and then the percentage or CGPA or SGPA that you have acquired, and then comes your boards, 12th and then 10th and such and such. Okay, and if you are writing in not writing in a table, you can write like in paragraphs. first paragraph would be your bachelor degree, or if you are acquiring your master's, the master degree with the name of the university and passing year and your percentage, then your bachelor degree, name of the university, passing year and percentage, and then your boards. Okay, then comes the language proficiency. Now, what to write in language proficiency? Apart from the technical language that you will be acquiring, you must mention the languages you can speak. That means if you are able to speak in English, if you are able to speak in Bengali, or if you are able to speak in Hindi or any other mother tongue you have. Okay. Now, this is very important while mentioning the while writing the CV, because in your recruiters would be asking you about language proficiency. That means if you are able to understand, read, and write those languages, and please be truthful while writing those. Let's say that you do not know uh, proper Hindi, or you cannot read Hindi, so you must say that I am a beginner, not a proficient learner. Okay, so you must also mention while writing English proficiency level beginner, Bangla proficiency level expert. Okay, now comes the internships and projects completed. Now also, while writing internships and projects, please maintain the descending order. That means the latest project or internship that you have acquired. Okay, with the mention, the name of the project should be mentioned in bold, and then the affiliations. That means if you are being affiliated with some grants from the university or from the government, or if it is done by solely on behalf of yourself and your professor, then uh, come to internships, in which company you are being intern, what specify the internship projects that you have done, the area or the field that you have worked on, and also mention the timeline from this year to that year. Okay. Timeline mentioning is very important, because that is the sole thing which should be included in your work experience. Being a fresher, you do not have obviously any experience working in a company, but um, internship is that working experience which you can mention in your resume. Okay, now come to co-curricular activities or interests. Now, while writing co-curricular activities, uh, you can write the games that you play out. That means outdoor games. You can mention cricket or football, anything that you play, and you can also, if you are if you are a person who likes reading, you can write reading books. Now, in an interview, the interviewer may ask you about your co-curricular activities, and they may ask you that, as a football fanatic or as a person who loves to play cricket, how do you think your extracurricular activity would be beneficial for the position you are applying for? So, what would be your answer? Now, let me help you. The answer would be very diplomatic. You can say that being a footballer, being a cricket player, I understand the importance of time management, the importance of leadership, and the importance of cooperation with each other and collaboration. So, these are some of the necessary skills that I would bring while working as an employee to your company. Okay. And if they say that, what about reading books? Then you can say that I am a lifelong learner who is ready to learn new things every day. So, this can help me achieve the expectations of your company, or this can make me a hard working person. So you have to be very diplomatic while answering these questions. Okay. Now, along with these skills, you can also mention other soft skills that you have. That means here it is mentioned creativity, leadership, as I have said, communication skills. Very important skill, communication skills. Of course, it is both reading and writing. A sound communication skills goes a long way, and also it helps you to acquire the job, because if you have a good communication skill, that means you have a good convincing skill. You can convince others, you can convince your team members, you can convince other stakeholders of the company. Okay, and that's how you can aid in the business, you can aid in the business growth and prosperity. Now here we have collaboration that I've said, and inquisitiveness. Inquisitiveness, that means passion for learning new things, acquiring new knowledge. Okay. Now we will move on to job application. Uh, your CV does not go alone. It always accompanies a job application letter. So, a job application letter is a letter which you should write while applying for a job when there is an advertisement. Okay, now let's come to the format of the job application letter. Now, what should be the format? The format is a full block format. That means it is the format that is being used in most of the official or business letters. Okay. Now, what is a full block format? A full block format indicates that everything that you write must be left aligned. That means if this is a page, everything must be written from the left side. You should not give any indent or space while writing. Okay. Now, in the format of the letter, number one would be the sender's address. Now, who is the sender? You are the sender. That means the person who is sending this letter. Okay. Now, in sender's address, please mention your full name. Okay. Then mention your address in short. Okay. And then write down your email ID and phone number. This should be completely uh, about yours and not anybody else's phone number or anybody else's email ID. Okay. And make sure that you do not waste much space writing your address. Write the address in the shortest possible way. Okay. So I'm once again repeating the sender's address. Please write down your full name, then your address in short, your email ID, and your phone number. Okay. Now give a short space and come to the date. Okay. After the date, again a space and write down the receiver's address. That means the if you are writing to the hiring manager of the or the HR of the company, please write the HR XYZ company, the name of the place with the PIN number. Just that. Okay, that would be enough in the receiver's address. Okay. Now, give a space and write the subject line. Okay. Now, what should be the subject line? The subject line should be within a very short space. Maybe maximum there would be 7 to 8 words, not more than that. And what to write in a subject line? You would write that application for the post of such and such. If the requirement is for junior engineer, you would write that application for the post of junior engineer, or application for the post of software developer. And that's all. Nothing more must be written in the subject line. It should be short and crisp. Okay. Now comes the salutation. And what is salutation? Salutation is nothing but dear sir or madam. Okay. Now, if you are sure that the person you are writing to is a female, please write only dear ma'am. Or if the person is a male, please write dear sir. Or if the gender is unknown, please write both dear sir slash ma'am. Okay. And then come to the main body. Again, give a space, then start the main body. Okay. Now I'm once again repeating the format of this letter will be full block. That means whatever you are writing, please start the writing from the left side. Okay, left inclined. Everything should be left inclined. Okay. Now comes the main body. I'll discuss the main body in the next slide. Okay. Now, after that, thank you and conclusion, a concluding line, and finally the signature. Okay. That's all the format. Okay. I'm once again repeating. Number one, the sender's address. In the sender's address, please write down your full name, then your address in very short, your email ID and your phone number. Okay. Now move on to the next slide. Okay. Now, what should a job application letter focus on? The first thing, catching the reader's attention favorably. That means you are going to be persuasive in your job application letter. That means you are going to write such things which would catch the recruiter's attention just by reading your letter before calling you for interview. Because always remember that your letter and your resume is the only thing that uh, helps you in going to the interview. Okay. Next should be convincing the reader that you are eligible for the job. Okay. Now, we all know that for a single position, at least 100 candidates compete. Now, amongst the 100 competents, how should you stand? Okay. That means your letter and your resume should stand or should catch the recruiter's attention in the first place. And that's how you would be qualified. Now, the question comes that most of the job interviews they call for, they mention that you have to have 3 or 5 years of experience. Now, being a fresher, being a fresh graduate, how would you convince the recruiters that despite having no uh, work experience in a company, how you are the eligible candidate? And this should be your aim throughout the letter. Okay. So therefore, it's just like a sales letter. So you know sales letter while studying all the business letters. There's a letter called sales letter, which does the marketing procedure of a product. Just like a sales letter, your job application letter should market you. Okay. So what should the letter market? Market your skills that you have acquired during your 4-year academic course, both the hard skills and the soft skills. Then next, your abilities. What are the abilities that you have as a and what are the prospects you have as an eligible candidate, and the knowledge that you have acquired. Okay, and the letter should contain the following: the job position that you are applying for, the last acquired degree and the skills, your career objective and strengths, Your skills or information that are not included in your resume, and references of people to support your credentials. And lastly, align your abilities with the requirements of the job. Okay. Now, why would you mention the abilities that align with the requirements of the job? Because you may have several skills, you may have several knowledge about the subject, about the other fields of knowledge, but if those knowledge, those skills, and those abilities do not align with the position that you are being offered, the recruiters would not be interested in you. That means they will not be judging you as a person with lots of knowledge. They will be judging you as a person who has just the right amount of skills required for that position. Okay, that is why it is very necessary to align all the skills that you have acquired with the position, with the exact position they are offering. Okay, now here is a mention information not included in your resume. Now, there are lots of examples, lots of happenings in your career, during your academic career, which are not mentioned in the resume and which you find as worth mentioning. So, please do mention those things while writing the job application letter. Let's say that please mention that during for example, during one of our projects which I assisted with my professor and my other classmates. I was the highest grader in that project, who could explain the entire project without any help. So these are very short, very small information, but significant information that you would mention in your letter. Okay. And lastly, the references of people. References of people, if you are already writing references of people with their phone numbers in the resume, you do not need to repeat here in the job application letter. Only writing at one place would be enough, and favorably in the resume. Okay. Now, how to write the job application letter? Okay, now we come to the main body. We know the structure or the format. We know how what are the things that we are going to add in the job application letter. Now, let me give you a complete structure of the main body, or how it should be written. Okay, now it must be written not in a single paragraph but in several paragraphs. And why is such the case? Because if you are going to write in a single paragraph, it may seem as boring, and the recruiter does not have enough time to read the entire thing at one go. So if you are writing in small paragraphs, the things that you want to show them would be highlighted. Okay. Now come to the first paragraph. The first paragraph should be the purpose of your letter and a very short self introduction. Okay. What is the purpose of your letter? That means why in the first place you are writing the letter. Okay. What is the motive behind this letter? So you would say that with the reference of such and such newspaper or advertisement, I am writing the letter for the post of junior engineer, software developer, or assistant engineer. Okay, and then you would write that as a fresh graduate, with a bachelor degree in the information technology, or in the chemical engineering, I am offering such and such qualities to your company. Okay, this must be written within 3 or maximum 4 lines, not more than that. Okay. Next would be the second paragraph. Okay. Second paragraph again is highlighting your achievements of academic career. Okay. Now, second paragraph should strictly be about your domain knowledge. That means your subject knowledge. The subject knowledge that you have studied during your 4-year course in the BTech. Okay. Now, this includes your hard skills, your knowledge about the subject, the skills, the IT knowledge, the computer knowledge, and everything. Mention the topics that you have focused on and that you have worked on. Okay, so highlight all the achievements of the academic career here. The third paragraph would be highlighting your soft skills. Okay. Now, hard skills is about your domain knowledge. And what is soft skills? Soft skills means the skills which you do not actually study but you acquire. Okay. The first and foremost soft skill is about your communication skill. Okay. And next would be your uh, problem solving skill, your leadership skill, your time management skill, your anger management skills. These are all the soft skills which you can mention in your job application letter. Okay. Now come to fourth paragraph. Fourth paragraph is about convincing your eligibility as a fresher. And this is the very important thing, very important paragraph, because as I have already mentioned, whenever you will be applying for a job from an advertisement, they would be asking for 2 years, 3 years, or maybe 5 years of experience. Now, you are a fresher who has no such experience working in a company, but you have to project yourself, your qualities, which actually aligns with the uh, position being offered, and you have to say that you are eligible, most eligible for the position. Number 5 is fifth paragraph would be the thanking line and the conclusion, and finally would be your signature. Okay. Now here is example of the first paragraph. Okay. In first paragraph, you would write down with reference to your advertisement number, this and that, dated in the Times of India. Here I've written Times of India. You can mention any website, any place that you have seen the advertisement. I wish to offer my candidature for the position of, write the position which they are offering, and then write, as a fresh graduate with a bachelor's degree in, write down your name of the stream, I bring my domain knowledge and such and such mentioned skills to your organization. And that's all for the first paragraph. Nothing more than that. And while writing the skills, write 2 or 3 skills. Do not write the entire skills that you have acquired, because later in the third or fourth paragraph, you would be mentioning those skills. Okay. Now come to the second paragraph. So you can start the second paragraph writing that in my academic career, I have gained this and this knowledge. This is about your hard skills, your domain knowledge, the subject knowledge that you have read. Okay, mention the most relevant topics, mention the topics that actually align with the position. Then you can write, my curriculum and coursework included such and such projects. Please here mention the projects that you have done. Even if you have mentioned the projects in your CV, please highlight some of the most important projects and internships that you have done in your academic career. Okay, projects and internships which qualifies me for the desired post. Okay. This would be the second paragraph. Now come to the third paragraph. Now in the third paragraph, you would be mentioning the skills beyond your academic knowledge. Okay, which is beyond technical knowledge, I acquire valuable life skills such as proactiveness, adaptability, and quick learning. These are some of the examples that I have given. Please do write your own skills which you think you have. Okay, which enables me to strive for continuous improvement, solve problems, and achieve excellence in any projects given. Okay, now I would suggest that before writing your CV or before writing your job application letter, please do a self analysis through SWOT. You know what is SWOT? The SWOT analysis. That means the analysis which shows your strengths, your opportunities that you have, the threats you have. So if you have correctly assessed yourself, assessed your skills, your strengths, and the challenges that you face, I think you would be able to know about your skills correctly. Okay, and that skills must be written down in your job application letter. Okay. Now, even if you think that you are underconfident, you do not know what exact skills you have, please think in the manner of your that means your acquaintances, that means your friends, how you speak with your friends, how you are how what performance you are given in the class, and what are the qualities you think that you have. That means if you are reading something and understanding something very quickly within a short period of time, that means you have good comprehensive knowledge, comprehensive skills. Okay, and if you are understanding a topic quite easily without much difficulty, you can write, I have good analytical skills. So that's how you can assess your skills you have and write down here in the job application letter. Okay. Now comes the fourth paragraph. The fourth paragraph should be that you're projecting yourself as eligible being a fresher. So how would you write that? You would write, though I am a fresher, or although I have no prior experience as, write the name of the position that being offered, I believe that I possess the necessary skills or the expertise that aligns with your company's requirement to excel in my job. Okay, you can, this is just an example, you can frame your job application letter like this. If you are writing as a fresher, and if you are writing as an expert who has 2 or 3 years of experience, then you do not need to add this paragraph. You can omit this paragraph from your job application letter. And if you are writing as a fresher, please do write this. And the last paragraph would be, thank you for considering my application. I look forward to discuss with you all my prospects. Okay. So this is the conclusion that you are giving. And after the conclusion, you would write yours sincerely and then your full signature. And that's all. And after the full signature, which should be at the left bottom, left bottom corner should be your signature, your sincerely, your signature. And as you have already mentioned your phone number and email ID at the top of the letter in the sender's address, you do not need to mention it again at the bottom after your signature. Just write your sorry, your sincerely, the and then your signature. And that's all about the job application letter. Thank you. That was my lecture for today.